Okay, so today we are going to make our sweet garlic chicken recipe. I've already prepped some of the ingredients. We have our cubed sweet potatoes. They're uncooked. I have 4 chicken breasts here. And I'm gonna show you guys how really easy and fast this is to make an entire meal. So on our meal pouches, we have nutritional information and then ingredients and recipes right on the back. So you don't have to go looking around for recipes. It's right here on the pouch. And all I'm doing is adding a tablespoon of olive oil. So I'm going to use our 4-in-1 spice spoon, and we're going to just add a tablespoon of olive oil into the mix. And I'm using my corner spatula and just kind of like dice it, drizzle it around a little bit, coat it. So we're just mixing. And the little bit of olive oil really does go a really long way. Literally, that's all you use for this entire recipe. Okay, so now we're gonna add the chicken right into the sweet potatoes. So I'm using our gripper. All of our cookware is silicone, so there's stainless steel inside and then silicone on the outside. So it's really sturdy. It does a really great job, and nothing really sticks to it. So if I can just get this slippery piece of chicken. Okay. So we've got the chicken in there, and again, just kind of coat it a little bit so that the olive oil gets on the chicken a little bit. And then we're gonna just got my Prep Pro scissors. These are really heavy duty, amazingly sharp scissors that are amazing. We're just gonna cut that off, and all the ingredients is right inside. And we're just gonna sprinkle, and flip a little, sprinkle. Just make sure we're kind of like getting an even coat on everything. And I actually have 4 pieces of chicken here. The recipe only calls for 1 pound, and I am sure I have more than 1 pound of chicken, but you'll see the amount in the pouch covers everything. Okay, so we've emptied that. Now we're gonna just, again, kind of spin it around, coat everything. Make sure it all gets nice and coated. And literally the prep time for this was really just the sweet potatoes. So just peeling and dicing the sweet potatoes was the only prep I had to do for this meal. Okay. Okay, I think we're good and coated. So now we're gonna take our grippers again, and we're gonna pick up the chicken, place it onto our sheet pan with the sheet pan liner. Again, the silicone makes it to where it's not gonna stick when it cooks. So we're just kind of placing them, spread out a little bit, because then we're gonna pour the sweet potatoes over. Okay. So we're just gonna kind of even it out, spread out the potatoes. Really simple and easy. Okay, and we're gonna actually roast it in the oven for about 18 minutes at 450. So this is what it looks like before it gets cooked. 18 minutes, that's what it calls for. And the first time I ever made it, I did not think it was gonna be fully cooked in 18 minutes, and it was. It super surprised me. Very, very interesting what I've learned since I started with Epicure. And so the reason I joined Epicure, I had already been in direct sales for about 7 years at that point when my friend brought Epicure to me, and just a few minutes on the phone with her, I knew that I wanted to join. The compensation plan really is what got me, to be quite honest. It was money motivated. It was the fact that I had never seen a compensation plan in any other direct sales companies like I saw at Epicure. And for me, the idea of being able to pay bills off faster and provide things for my family by cooking, by just doing what I do every single day of my life, really appealed to me. So I loved the fact that the food was clean. So, no artificial ingredients. There's, it's all non-GMO, gluten-free. It's great because there are so many people that are gluten-free, so it appeals to so many different people. We also have lists of allergens. So like if you have a sensitivity to a certain food, we can figure out what you need to avoid. So it's very thorough. I really loved that. It just really kind of gave everybody all the information that they needed. I also really loved the fact that they had, like, while they were new to the US in 2019, they were in Canada for over 25 years. So it's a stable company that isn't going anywhere. And that to me said ground floor opportunity for me, which was huge. You get in with the company when it's early, and you definitely have much more ability to have growth and increase in income. So I recognized that, and I was like, yep, okay, let's do it. So I did. I told my friend, I'm like, okay, I'll call you back a little later. I called her back. I signed up that night. We did a launch party 2 days later. It was very successful, and I earned my kit cost back. I earned credits through our Fast Start program. I quadruple promoted in 2 months. It just was absolutely the right decision. It just kept proving to me that it was the right decision to make, and that I was going to be able to do really great things with Epicure. The great thing is that it is consumable. So that was another factor that meant a lot to me, because this is something just like grocery shopping. So if people think about Epicure that way, that's really what makes more sense. It's grocery shopping. So you are constantly making your grocery list. You're constantly writing down those things that you ran out of and you have to pick up at the store the next time. It's the same thing with Epicure. These are your groceries. We have meals, we have appetizers, we have desserts, we have soups, and seasonings, tons of seasonings, so you can do whatever you want with them. You don't have to do specifically what the sachets say. You can use it for all different kinds of things. So when you think about it in the fact that it's just buying groceries just like you normally would, and honestly it's cheaper than buying the stuff in the store, because with the sachets you're going to get 3 in one set, and they're about $10. So you get 3 of these for about $10. And this one, this is pulled pork. This lettuce wraps makes 4 servings, and so you're getting 3 sets of these, and it's $10. All you're providing is your chicken. Like I believe you add some soy sauce. So the whole point of Epicure being fast and being easy is completely true, but it's also cost effective. So it's really just a no-brainer that you would order your groceries from Epicure, make them healthier, they're still super delicious, and they're time saving. Like right now we've got 13 minutes left until dinner is ready, right? So I'm gonna quickly go over some cookware and how you can pair cookware with our food and really make a great solution. So I already showed the Prep Pro scissors. Again, super heavy duty. I don't let my kids use these. I don't want anything to happen to them. So Prep Pro scissors, these are some things that you would want to have. So we've already seen our gripper and our corner spatula, super helpful because it's got that point on it, so it really gets into those corners. We also have our Prep Pro chef's knife, absolutely one of my favorites. We have a smaller version of this too for slicing. And then the 4-in-1 spatula, our 4-in-1 spice spoon is amazing because it's shaped like a shovel. So it goes right into the jars really easily. You have a tablespoon, you have a teaspoon, and then you've got other measurements on the back. So you have 4 different measurements in one spoon. I didn't realize how much I was gonna love that until I got it and started using it, and then I bought a second one because I'm like, well, when this one's dirty, I'm gonna wanna keep using the other one. And then we have our Y peeler. So super helpful. It's got these little notches on the end so you can scoop out the eyes of the potato. And then we've got some fabulous cutting boards. So this one is the flexible mats, but we also have really nice sturdy cutting boards that you can use as well. Okay, so now one of the main pieces of cookware that you're going to want is our multi-purpose steamer. This thing does everything. Again, it's all silicone, and it's got these little vent holes in the front. You can see those. So that steams the food. So when you put it in the microwave, it's actually steaming what's inside. So kind of like a convection oven, where, or like a crock pot kind of thing, where the heat stays inside and cooks evenly and faster than it would like baking it or just nuking it in the microwave. It's actually healthier when you steam it. So you've got your lid. This also comes with a trivet, so you can actually put, you know, your proteins on the bottom. You can put this on top of your protein, throw some veggies or potatoes on top, and cook the entire meal in one set. One of our meal solution packs that you can get with the steamer as a, if you want to put together your own little bundle, is our rotisserie chicken. You can literally cook an entire chicken in this thing in 20 minutes in the microwave. There's so many other pouches like this that go really well with the steamer, like chicken stew. You can actually cook corn on the cob in this in 5 minutes. In the husk, put them inside, pop it in the microwave, and 5 minutes later your corn is perfectly steamed. It's beautiful. So the multi-purpose steamer, a must-have, and it does also come in the enrollment kit, which a few of these other pieces do as well. So that is one that you definitely would want to put on your list. And then we also have our muffin makers. You get a set of 2, so you get 2. And again, like if you've ever had to scrape out the muffin pans after you've made like cornbread or like cupcakes or whatever, it's a pain. And this, you just you put a little bit of olive oil on a paper towel, wipe it in, and everything just pops right out. Literally, you just pop it out of the maker. And so you compare it with our chocolatey cupcake mix. And again, we are sugar conscious, so this is gonna be better for you than what you're gonna buy in the grocery store. And it actually has multiple different instructions on the back. So you can do it in the microwave in 2 minutes, or you can do it in the oven. It also gives you instruction on how to make a cake with it, with our cake pans, which I have right here. So cake pans, I have 2 here, so you can make a layered cake. So you can use the Chocolatey Temptation cupcakes as your cake, or you can choose something else like carrot cake. And you can make your cakes in the microwave, again, in just minutes, or you can use the oven if you prefer that method. I have one other piece here, and this is our Perfect Petite pan. So you can see these are like little mini bars, and you can do brownie bites inside. But one thing I actually really love to do is use our Euro mix. And with this, all you're doing is you're taking your ground meat. So you can use lamb, you can use beef, venison, whatever you want to do. You add this pouch plus water. That's it. And then you mix it all together. And what I like to do is I press the meat into the Perfect Petites. And when they're done, which is about 8 minutes in the oven, you just pop them out, and then they're the perfect little size, and you can slice them. And so when you're making your gyro, you already have like the perfect little size slices. Genius, right? Now, our jars, with gyros, you want to make sure you have a really great tzatziki sauce. And our lemon dilly dip mix actually has a tzatziki sauce recipe right on the back. So the great thing about our jars is they have recipes, usually multiple ones. So this one has a recipe for a lemon dilly dip, a tzatziki sauce, and ways you can use it as a seasoning to cook like fish or chicken or veggies and potatoes. And so we use this a lot. So that's what it looks like. It is all actual food. There's no powdered anything when you open our jars. When you do open the jars, you get a wonderful fragrant smell though. Everything smells so good. And so all you do is add this with some lemon juice and some cucumbers, and you have your tzatziki sauce and I think mayo. Yep. We have 3 different size jars. So we have our small jars. This is pizza seasoning, one of my favorites. It's almost gone. You can see there, it smells like the best pizza ever. So we have our smalls, we have our mediums, and then we have our large. This one is teriyaki, and again, like, it's just crazy when you look at the ingredients. Like, it is beautiful. And again, they come with all these different ideas. So you can do a dry glaze teriyaki, you could do a teriyaki sauce. It's got all the ingredients listed here. So these are your 3 sizes. We do have combinations and collections for our cookware too. So we have combination collections for our sachets, which would be like your 30 days of meals, your super supper. You would have your Epic Life collection. There's all different kinds of collections where you can pick. You get all of these like sachets, so you don't have to think about it when it comes to dinner. You get this whole collection. You just pick one for dinner. Same thing with some of our spices. We have our extraordinary trio, which comes with 3 onion dip mix and CCV, which is cheddar, bacon, and chive, can't think of what the other one is now. A really good one. Okay, we got 5 minutes left on that. So that's kind of like a real quick look at our cookware and our sachets and our jars. So one last thing before I pull that chicken out is kind of like why I'm sticking around, right? So as of making this video right now, I've been with the company for 8 months, and it just keeps getting better. So I definitely knew that I made the right decision, within my first month, but just like going through the holiday season, that was great. Like we had all these holiday collections, and people, when it comes to holidays, it's all about the food, right? So it just made sense. They were ordering desserts, and we had our Thanksgiving collection, and we had all these amazing dessert mixes and things for Christmas, and we went right into the winter catalog, which has all this comfort food. Pretty soon we're going to be heading into the summer catalog, which is always exciting. Tons of barbecue and freshness, and coleslaws and sauces and burger stuff. It's just great. And so just seeing how this has been able to help other people if they have dietary issues. I have one super fun customer that unfortunately has so many dietary situations where she cannot eat what she wants. And when she would come to one of the Epicure parties, she was just in love. Like she just looked like a kid out there just eating everything. And she just kept saying she was so happy to come to the party because she knew she could eat everything there. And that was a really great feeling, because I was like, I love that. Like, food is, social, and people love food. And the fact that, she had been restricted for so long and she was able to eat everything that was on the table, it was just great to see. And it was great to know that I had helped her do that. And so, seeing people's excitement, seeing the constant turnover with new things and fun things, and knowing that people are needing to buy groceries, and why they're using these services, Shipt and Instacart and all of this. Well, Epicure is pretty much the same thing. We are delivering right to your door, and all you need is your protein, maybe a vegetable. Like, that's pretty much it. So it's super easy. And, you know, even though a lot of people are, you know, working from home and not doing a whole lot of things outside of the home, we're still busy. Kids are still in virtual school. People still have jobs from home. And so any little bit that you can make easier for them is a bonus, right? So all around, I think this has been a fantastic experience, and I don't have any plans on leaving. And some of the friendships that I've made here are just golden. Like, some of the funnest women. Yeah, we have a great team. So if you have interest in this, if you have curiosities, you have questions, and you want to know, like, what's it cost to sign up? Hey, it's $99. And guess what? You can earn that back in your fast start period. If you want to learn about what kind of vacations we can earn, if you want to find out about, you know, what the compensation plan looks like, what are these cash bonuses that we get, you know, what's your schedule like? Any of those questions I'm happy to answer. I love the fact that I can help somebody, you know, either just have fun with something or earn income from their kitchen. It's so simple and it's fun. So let's see how many, 1 minute. We've got 1 minute. I think we're on track. So our website also comes with tons of recipes, hundreds of recipes. You go right to the website, you click recipes, and it'll bring up like a filter, so you can actually filter out like what type of meal, like are you doing breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, are you doing an occasion, so like a holiday or whatever, or you can just do view all, and it'll just bring up everything, or you can do it by ingredients. So if you want something with chocolate sauce, you can plug that in and it'll bring up any of that stuff. You can also shop by product. So like if you plug in lemon dilly dip mix and you hit search, then it's going to bring up any recipe that you can use with it. So if you have your whole cabinet stocked with Epicure seasonings like I do, if I go in there and I say, oh, I really like to use this, but I don't know what to use it on, I just go right to my website and plug it in, and it's going to give me all these recipes on things I can use. It's great. I hear the timer. Okay. That was 18 minutes. And there we are. We are done. Everything is cooked perfectly. So you literally sat here listening to me talk for 18 minutes, and I just cooked dinner for my family. Sound fun?